I think I got it. Last night I came up with it, but it makes sense. So the whole revelation is we're all alone in the universe, right? So like we have this infinitely large universe, but there's no living life forms outside of Earth. So all of a sudden, when you put that in your mind, because the first commandment is like there's one God, there's no other gods. So that means we're all alone in the universe. But plus, God, when I became anointed, He told me that via, making things pixelate at the moment I had the thought, oh, we're all alone. Boom, He's like confirmation. That led to the whole thing about, well, your thoughts are read so you can heal and all this stuff. Well, here's the point. We're all alone in the universe, so all of a sudden this infinitely large universe becomes a lot smaller, and all eyes are on Earth, okay? So, as His pet project, as His game, God's game, this reality, this, quasi, like, divine simulation, the players in this game are much fewer than we probably had originally thought, okay? So someone like, Benjamin Netanyahu, someone like, the Queen of England, someone like Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, all of these people, he has his eyes on or whatever. He's monitoring not just what they're doing, but also what they're thinking. And it becomes a lot more reasonable that if you had a record of everyone's thoughts as well as their actions for their entire lives, the people on the scene right now, as we're facing climate change apocalypse, the end of days, as they called it 2,000 years ago, now all of a sudden it becomes a lot more transparent or understandable who the villains are, right? Who the, good guys are, good women, whoever. And at the end of the day, there's a group of people denying climate change, right? Who continue to profit off destroying the Earth, which, because the whole universe is empty, all eyes are on Earth. And the reason we're going down the tubes is because of the climate change issue, which 97% of scientists agree with. So we're in end of days now. So who are the folks advocating against protecting the planet? Who's profiting off of that, and who would be their ringleader? And from a Judeo-Christian standpoint, you need someone who is involved in something with Jerusalem, and from a Christian standpoint, who's destroying the earth and taking peace from the earth. We're talking about Donald Trump, period. The Trump administration is public enemy number one. And, the blasphemies would be using the name of God, who's monitoring all of your thoughts, Donald, all of your actions. And, as you're trying to ignore proven science for profit, God's like, look, this is my 14 billion year experiment. I'm not going to let it go down the tubes by some guy because of some guy who self-proclaimed not illiterate but doesn't read, right? Plus he knows everything you've been doing, Donnie boy, everything you've been up to in your little behind your closed doors and in your thoughts your whole fucking life. And check this out. Because I used to be like you, a total sociopath, before I had my sort of aha moment, instead of going your direction as I went because of a chick. I know exactly what you're up to. I don't have a level of detail that God does, but I think that's why I'm the chosen man-child from Revelation 12. And the next chapter describes you and your fucking sidekick, Jared Kushner, the wannabe Messiah. He looks innocent like a lamb. He looks like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. That means he looks all innocent, but when you really get to know him and you understand what's going on in his mind and what he's doing behind closed doors, you understand that he's the second beast of chapter 13. But really, when you put into that context that, look, we're all alone in the universe. This is God's pet project. There's no other gods out there. There's no other living life forms, right? All eyes are on us, and it's end of days. Either all religions are false or I'm the Messiah showing up at the 11th hour to save the world. You got a problem with that, God? I'm waiting for a pain in my body. I'm not trying to be a dick. You're the king of the jungle. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So Donald Trump, James Robert Denka, it's coming. He's coming for you, baby. From one Fordham dropout to another. From one econ major to another. From one German last name to another. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm coming for you. You're a leopard. You know what a leopard is? A leopard's a wannabe lion. You want to be the king of the jungle. But there's one king of the jungle. And for whatever reason, he said Jimmy Boy here is going to give you a run for your money. So just wanted to share that. I'll see you soon. Leave it there.